Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to factor as much as possible. And remember, we have to use everything that we have learned so far. So keep in mind, we always have to check, do we have any common factors from the polynomial? And then, depending on the situation, for example, if they have 3 terms, we can do it by the tic-tac-toe. If they have 2 terms, maybe we can try to use the special formulas, right? The difference of 2 squares, or maybe the sum or the difference of 2 cubes. So keep those things in mind. And let's go ahead and start with the first one. 2x to the second power plus 10x minus 12. Before we do anything, we notice that we have the 2, 10, and 12, right? We can factor out 2 first. So do that first. So I will do that. I will factor out the 2, and then you see, originally you have the 2x squared, we factor out the 2, so we will just have x squared. And this, we factor out 2, so we have plus 5x. And this, negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. You can think about it like that, right? We factor out the 2 from here, so minus 6. And then we see that here we have 3 terms. In this case, in fact, we can still factor it, okay? You can do it by the tic-tac-toe. I will show you guys this real quick. I'll do it in black right here real quick, okay? Actually, I'll do it like this, yeah. So I will just say, x times x give us x squared. And also, for the negative 6, I need to have 6 and 1. And I'm going to make the 1 negative because you will see x times negative 1, that's negative x. And 6 times x is 6x. Together, we do end up with positive 5x, okay? So that's great. So in the end, we will have the 2 in the front. Don't forget to write that down. And then for this, we will have the first factor, x plus 6. And then the second factor is x minus 1. And with that, we are done. Okay? Now moving on to this one. 5x squared minus 35x plus 50. What can we do first? We can factor out 5 first, right? So we will do that. So with that being said, let's factor out the 5. Open the parentheses. And then from here, we see that we will have x squared left, and then minus 7x, and then plus 10. How do we do it? Well, we factor out the 5, so it's just x squared left. Negative 35 divided by 5, we have negative 7, and we keep the x. 50 divided by 5, we have the plus 10. Okay, you can do it like that. And can we factor this? Yes. Okay, so we'll just do that real quick. So let's put down x and x to get x squared, and to get positive 10, well, I'm going to use negative 2 and negative 5 because you see, this times this is negative 5x. This times this is negative 2x. Together, we get our negative 7x, so that's good. So in the end, we will have 5 all the way in the front, and then x minus 2, and then x minus 5. Okay? So that's it. Now, moving on to this one. We only have 2 terms in this situation. 3x to the 4th power minus 27x squared. Can we factor out any common factors? Yes. From the number, we can factor out the 3, right? Because 3 goes into 3, 3 also goes into 27. And notice that they both have the x. And I can factor out x to the 2nd power because that's a small exponent. So we'll have that. And then from here, originally we have 3x to the 4th power. The 3 is out. Originally this was x to the 4th power, but we took 2 out already. So we will have x squared left. And then we bring down the minus 27. We factor out the 3. 27 divided by 3, we get 9. And the x squared is out already. So this is what we have. And now can we do more? This part is done, but this one we can do more because this is the difference of 2 squares, right? The difference of 2 squares. Look at this as x squared minus 3 squared. In the end, we will have this. This is 3x squared. Keep that down. Factor this, we will get x minus 3 times x plus 3. And we are done for that. Lastly, we have this right here, 3x cubed plus 24. Notice that we can factor a 3 first, so we'll do that. And then we will have x to the 3rd power plus 8, right? And then, let's see, this is still a string in the front. But for this x, I will write it as x to the third power. And for the 8, let me put it down as 2 to the third power, okay? So you see, this right here is the a, and this right here is the b. This is the sum of 2 cubes. We can actually factor it with the formula. So in the end, we will have the 3 all the way in the front still. And then, by the formula, we will have x plus 2, and then x squared, because we take this to the second power, so we have x squared, and then minus this times that, which is 2x, and lastly, we have to take this and raise that to the second power. So we add 4 to it, because we do 2 squared at the end right here, right? So this right here is it, okay? This right here is it. So